Coogan and Skinner,
Perkins and Miller,
Bob Down,
and Arnold Brown,
BSB.
and 5 channels of great entertainment.
That doesn't rhyme.
No, but it's factual.
Yes, we're here. I'm at the Edinburgh Fringe in 1990.
Welcome to the House of Splain.
Ooh.
Ha ha ha. You thought I was going to say fun, didn't you?
No.
Admittedly, I'm hoping there will be some fun content within the programme you're about to listen to with me, Ben Baker.
And me, John Matthews.
That's it. Listen and watch. We're still hoping that you'll watch us on the big telly.
Hashtag watch on the big telly.
But we've expanded the remit, which, are my arms tired?
Good.
Etc.
Excellent.
So it's not just panto posters. We're going to look at all aspects of British pop culture and things that from the past that we're curious about with our curious, splaining minds.
This one here, this mind here.
I can't see, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm assuming he's pointing at his head and not his nether regions.
So what curious British phenomenon will we be exploring this week, Benjamin B?
Well done for not calling me Histo. I was expecting it. One of the big things, of course, that happens every summer in the UK is the Edinburgh Fringe. And it's quite fortunate. I was looking for some of the earlier programmes, well, certainly like 70s and 80s stuff, but I couldn't find those. But I could find from 1990 onwards all of the programmes. And I thought we'd look at the 1990 Fringe programme just to see what sort of interesting things might pop up in and amongst and also in it.
Well, there's the cover as
Yes.
sponsored by Kwik Fit. So it's a lovely item, isn't it?
I mean, you think comedy?
You think Kwik Fit? Yeah.
I find that image really quite upsetting.
Is that supposed to be images of all the various comedians trapped in the torso of this jaunty gentleman?
I assume it's like an episode of Doctor Who where they all get absorbed into one thing and then a fella gets sucked off by... But that's the difference. That's beside the point. It's
Yeah, we're not covering that.
well, we might. I like the piece of toast head. That's good. Solid.
Yeah.
And the cheeks remind me of the... do they still use it for Blackpool Pleasure Beach? That big smiling face with... Is it a sun, I guess? Is it just a happy face? I don't know.
Wasn't he a member of the Budgerigar Society?
You know what? I think he might have been King Rat in 1987. Now I think about it. But yeah,
if you don't get that reference, people, go back and listen to Pantosplaining, the Panto Postly podcast, part of the House of Splain family of podcasts.
I think the muscular legs actually might be upsetting me more than the hideous visages within the jacket now.
He's clearly a sportsman. He's a sportsman, even if he's not that streamlined.
We've just had the World Cup at this point in 1990, but so the Olympics would have been some other years. So I don't know. Don't ask me about sport. Ask me about comedy. And when we turn over the page, the first thing we see is, of course, tyres. It's quick. It is. I mean, I didn't know that Edinburgh was the home of Kwik Fit. Did you?
No, me neither. We're learning as well as being entertained.
Should I look see if Edinburgh actually is the actual official place that Kwik Fit was born? I haven't actually done that, and maybe that is something, because if it wasn't, that's a bold claim.
Tom Farmer owned the first Kwik Fit location in MacDonald Road, Edinburgh, Scotland, in 1971.
But you know what? I rescind my cynicism about Edinburgh being the home of Kwik Fit.
But I don't know, MacDonald Road, it does sound like the sort of thing you'd make up if you were trying to invent a Scottish road name. Haggis House, MacDonald Road, Ockeye the New Town.
See you, Jimmy Terrace. Yeah.
Help my Boab.
Oorwooly Avenue.
And so on and so forth.
I guess if you live in Edinburgh, you know that quite well. I apologise if it's not better known, but you think it would be better known. Genuinely, if that came up in a quiz or something, I wouldn't have been able to tell you. We're looking at 1990, and as the next page shows, it's just the little intro by Mary Mackenzie Robinson, the administrator, in June 1990. And
I don't think she went on to be anything famous, did she? The administrator of the Edinburgh Fringe.
You said that. Did she go on to be someone else? Yes, she went on to be the Phantom of the Opera for 17 fabulous weeks. I don't know. No, that is fair. I mean, it says here that this was the 44th year of the Fringe, which again is one of those things because the Fringe is more than the comedy aspect, which is all we really hear about. But obviously, winning the Perrier used to be a big deal. And it was the Perrier still in 1990 before everyone decided that they were actually bad and not good like you and Skeletor thought. And we'll be meeting along the way the winner of the Perrier Award that year in 1990.
Oh, will we?
We will, yes. We will indeed. It's a name, you know.
Right.
So that's good. It's a name, dare I say, you might love as well.
You might not.
I don't. I can't speak for you.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. I love everybody.
That is what your last police record did say. But no, let's just dive in. I said this isn't the full thing we're going through. We're just going through selected highlights and
Fringe highlights. It's all about hairdressing, isn't it? Highlights, you see, fringes and highlights.
No, see, what you've done there is you've seen some words that are like other words, and you've assumed. Which makes, as they say, a twat out of you and me.
I've done that.
Speaking of which, I mean, that's not one. I love the fact they've had to add in, like, it's clearly stuck on over the top. This lady is not real.
Philippe Jonty, he's a puppeteer, isn't he?
Philippe Jonty,
I assume-
Philippe Jonty, giant nude woman.
I assume a French puppeteer, but I haven't looked this up. Yeah, he's quite well known in the spheres, isn't he? And talking of spheres.
Also, I love the fact it's Philippe Jonty derives. Yeah. Does he derive on the same side of the road as us?
Very good. Very good.
Yo-Yo Mars there. And Cleo and John. And Rudolph Nureyev. There's some massive names here, really. And I love the fact that it's like Honor Blackman and Samuel Beckett. But Samuel Beckett, obviously, in speech marks, because I'm assuming it's the one from Quantum Leap. Who was, ironically, in the body of Honor Blackman throughout most of the filming of The Upper Hand.
That explains a lot, actually.
It does, doesn't it? Go back and watch it again, and you'll realise it'll become very clear to you. Also, nice to see a new and exciting adaptation of Treasure Island Dizzy, obviously very popular around this time. Kenneth Branagh directs A Midsummer Night's Dream and King Lear with Richard Bryars, Emma Thompson, and Kenneth Branagh.
Well, it doesn't say Kenneth Branagh. It just says Branagh, like he said Branagh. He's a hard-nosed detective.
Branagh, yeah. He's a small airline. Branagh.
Branagh, when you need a more fibrous breakfast.
Oh. But I love the fact he's going like, who's in it? The joke that Spitting Image used to make is like, right, Emma Thompson will be in everything that Kenneth Branagh makes and vice versa. And it's good that Brian's managed to sneak into the Branagh sheets. Two interesting shows here.
Okay.
Firstly, do you know Victor and Barry are?
It's something to do with Forbes Marston and Alan Cumming, isn't it?
It is exactly them, indeed. Yeah. Yes, they're sort of Amdram characters that they did before The High Life and being hung by David Morrison in the middle of the street and my dead dad. But I've just read a book about Victor and Barry, which is the Kelvin Side Companion. Really, really good book. I really enjoyed it. And I wanted to put that in there because they were great and I'd love to have seen more of them.
So what was their act?
Well, it was kind of like theatrical types, singing songs about Glasgow and parodying musicals and stuff like that. It's basically a parody of Lovies, I guess.
Right.
Would be the easiest way of describing it, but...
Now, we don't really need to introduce ourselves, do we, Vic? No, because we're mega famous. We're famous, let's face it. But for those of you out there who've never heard of us, Victor, will you do the honours? I haven't even done the ordinary yet. A wee intellectual joke here to get us going.
I love the phrase, and you should use this on your posters, finely honed hilarity. The thing is like, I know what that is. But if you were just looking at this and had no idea, and you thought that was a real listing, now in the era of post-irony that we all have, saying stuff is zany is ironic, but back then I don't really think it would have been.
People would have read that at face value, wouldn't they?
Absolutely.
If you read the word zany in the TV Times, it was somebody being zany. That was it.
Yeah, absolutely. And also the idea, let's go see Edinburgh Fringe, let's see Tom Robinson.
Yeah.
Edinburgh is, of course, quite near Newcastle, where Tom Robinson came up with his biggest solo hit, War Baby.
Very good.
I'm impressed. I enjoyed it. But there you go. There's just a couple of shows of interest. Over the page, we see a few picture adverts, and I assume you've heard of two of them.
Jim Tavray was on pretty much everything around, well, after this, wasn't he? I'm thinking like Paramount City and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
Wogan and whatever. His gimmick being he's got a double bass with him.
Yeah.
A couple of famous movie themes now. Psycho. Mutiny on the Bounty.
A lot of stuff. He got hair in that picture.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
I don't recall him
No,
having
no.
later on. But he was in the sketch show
Yes.
cast, wasn't he, on ITV with Tim Vine and Lee Mack and the likes. And yeah, that it's weird because I think Channel 5 gave him a few shows, but no one else really did because it was such an odd live act. But interesting thing about this page, what connects all of them?
Okay.
They're all presented by Avalon Promotions,
Oh, right.
which would have been quite new at that point. Avalon, as a production company, went on to pretty much dominate the 90s and most of the 90s as well with British comedy shows.
It says here that Jim Tavray had a skit series of his own that he co-wrote with Ricky Gervais on Channel 5 called The Jim Tavray Show.
I know he had a show on Channel 5. Did not know Ricky Gervais was involved. That's brought it down a few points. But
Yeah.
I love the fact he was a new wave comic. What a brilliant thing. I don't know who Miles and Milner are. I feel like I should.
I'm just looking. Tom Miles and Rob Milner. And both of these names seem to be unsearchable because they're so boring.
They are mad. Maybe they were put away in some sort of professional facility. If you are watching, I apologise. It's not you, but 36 years on, we still know who Jim Tavray and Bob Down are.
Bob Down. It still remains a funny joke, Bob Down.
Yeah, I think his name's Mark Trevorrow.
Yeah, that's
his
it.
actual name. And another one who appeared on lots of stuff here,
Yes,
didn't
I was just about to say, he did like everything, didn't he? Royal Variety,
he? Yeah.
That Showbiz,
Yeah,
stuff
well-
like that.
He got an ITV pilot.
Did he?
Which went out. He did. He got sort of a chat variety thing over Christmas '96, which the guests on it, I seem to recall, Anthony Newley is on it, Marty McCutcheon's on it, and Ant and Dec. Sort of extraordinary. The whole idea is it's that throwback, cheesy, light entertainment thing. There's quite a few acts doing that then.
It's, a tacky light entertainment, sort of acrylic 70s, wasn't it? It was a safari suit wearing lounge singer with horrible teeth.
Yeah, very much so. Very camp. And I'm surprised it's not more of an act now because it's a sort of thing which is still popular.
The Sun says it's hilariously sophisticated comedy there, which I can only mean
not.
it's audible. For the Sun to say, for the Sun to say that, it's probably the...
He used a lot of words which had 5 and 6 letters in, and quite frankly, that was above our grade.
But, it was a time when alternative comic could still put a tagline from the Sun in their adverts. They wouldn't do that now, would they?
No, not at all. Even though it's not even the same sort of thing like it used to be, still the filth clings to the name. So, Dennis Leary.
Oh, Dennis Leary. Look at him being controversial.
Yeah, see, this is the thing.
Smoking a fag.
I wonder.
He's smoking a fag and he's stealing Bill Hicks' shtick.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way of saying it. He was very indebted to the work of Bill Hicks, which, I'll be honest with you, I think Bill Hicks's gear, some of it is still absolutely brilliant, but some of it's dated quite badly. But that's okay, because he's been dead for 32 years at this point. And, for not keeping up with the trends, I'll allow that. But Dennis Leary kind of pivoted, obviously, onto sort of straight acting. Every time I see him, he seems to be playing an aggrieved fireman / policeman / fire policeman.
Yes, with suspiciously nice teeth and dubious-looking plastic surgery.
Yeah. But I remember this show was huge at the time. It was shown quite a few times on TV. And, he would come over and go, "Hey, I'm smoking a fag." fag. Ooh, yeah.
I'm smoking a fag on the Jonathan Ross show. Look at me, how dangerous I
I
am.
got one hand in my pocket and the other one is juggling my nuts. Ooh, yeah.
And he's not even standing on his full feet. Look, he's standing on the edge of his feet.
That's pretty dangerous. That is dangerous. And,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's tasteless, but it's definitely dangerous.
Is it unprintable?
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they printed it wrong because the feet were just too much to cope with. Yeah. But yes, that's Dennis Leary there. So over the page, a couple of other things. I love the idea that a decade of comedy at that point.
Oh yeah.
Represented by Rick Mail. Do you know who the other three are?
Julian Clary. It's what's his name? And Hattie Hayridge. What's his name? Tell me what his name is.
I think it's Jeremy Hardy.
Yes, Jeremy Hardy. It is Jeremy Hardy.
But underneath that, Rob Newman, who is being sold fully as an impressionist at this point, because that's what he was.
In contrast to Dennis Leary, a genuinely cool comedian, and possibly the only cool comedian there's ever been.
I think part of that is because, again, at this point, he is doing an impressions act. It's a sort of...
Yeah.
It's not dissimilar from what Phil Cool would do. It's slightly edgier impressions, but still doing impressions.
Now to meet a great comedy impressionist. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Newman. Yeah.
Thank you very much, and welcome everybody, my crazy English fans, to the best show in the whole world. Of course, Rapido. Actually, I come from Sunderland, but one day I take too much amphetamine, et voila, I talk like this. And what is more, my arms fell off. All right, well, hello and welcome to the last whistle. All right. All right. And, all right. Well, I'll blah.
And if you hear, certainly the radio version of the Mary Whitehouse Experience, he does the same impressions he always does Jonathan Ross, he always does Shaw Taylor, which meant nothing to anyone outside London. That sort of thing. It's like a bit of Terry Wogan, perhaps, but could have gone a different way, absolutely, with Rob Newman's career, to say the least. And I love the fact he's added in Unstoppable Sex Machine as a quote. Carter wouldn't have been that well known at that point. I love the fact he's also from Steve Wright in the Afternoon.
So, because after... what was the show he did with David Baddiel?
Newman and Baddiel in Pieces.
Pieces, that was it. Because, he sort of... Well, Baddiel went stratospheric with blackface and laddism, but probably he sort of disappeared a bit, didn't he?
He did the series writer thing before Baddiel did. I think he kind of removed himself from comedy for a while, and then he came back with some sort of more... I think he did History of Oil.
That was it, yeah. And the History of the World Backwards. Didn't he do something like... Yeah, that was it, yes.
Yeah, it's sort of more thoughtful pieces, I guess.
Yeah.
Because...
yes.
I like the Mary Whitehouse Experience. It's better on the radio, like most things are. But Newman and Baddiel in Pieces is fairly hard going to go back through. And the sketches are usually pretty good. But there's basically, they're not getting on. So Rob Newman does some bits and David Baddiel does some bits. And Newman's bits are not in any way as good as Baddiel's. And the problem is Baddiel's stuff has dated horribly. Which is fair. Again, it's fair enough. It's not a criticism that they were doing very of-the-time material that isn't now of the time, 33 years later. But some people think it's very, very good. I think it's fine. And
I'd forgotten they didn't really appear together. Say they were a double act. They appeared separately.
Very
on their
little,
show,
yeah.
Mostly.
Very little.
It says here on Wikipedia, a throwback to an earlier comment. In 2001, with actress Emma Thompson, he called for a boycott of the Perrier Comedy Award because Perrier is owned by Nestle, who market powdered baby milk in developing countries.
True.
An alternative competition called the Tap Water Awards was set up the following year. So there you go. He's a good lad.
Yeah, I've not bought Nestle since around that time as well, because I'm performative and want people to say I'm best. I think I genuinely haven't since seeing a Mark Thomas thing on it in around that time, and ironically, well, let's leave that there. So let's move on to another page, and there's just lots of faces on it. It's just people appearing at the Pleasance, and you'll recognise some. I don't recognise some as well.
No, I meant to go through this and sort of work out who they all were, but I didn't, and can't be bothered. Why don't you, the listener, tell us who you think they all are?
I mean, interesting. So if you look at that picture, which it says particularly pleasant.
Yes.
Look above that.
Yes.
Then to the right.
To the right, yes. Oh, it's Coogan and Skinner, yes.
Yeah, we're going to meet them very, very shortly. But they were doing a show together.
I'd forgotten they were pals. Didn't they live together a bit or something like that? Coogan was always rocking up on the Frank Skinner chat show.
So there you go.
I'd completely forgotten. You don't think of them being a double act, which they weren't, but I'd forgotten they were from the same comedy egg, as it were.
Also, both signed to Avalon for a bit, I believe. But yeah, let's move over because I don't want to dwell on. I think that looks like so and so. It's a fun game for the viewers at home. The Boys of the Loch.
I don't know who they are, but I've just searched them on Google, and it kind of looks like a Vic and Bob sketch.
I mean, Ali Bain on fiddle is why I included it. Ali Bain, along with Phil Cunningham, were still probably are mainstays of the BBC Scotland Hogmanay shows.
Right.
Always on. Let's have a look at this picture. Yes, they do look like a comedy. They do so that picture looks like it's from 1968, which I assume it isn't. But
I thought the fact the man on the right has just brought a big cheese with him.
Well, yeah, he is the big cheese.
Yeah.
Which begs the question: which one of them is not in that picture but is in that boat?
It's difficult to tell. Perhaps the one at the front's like the skipper. He's the one who's ferrying them across the River Styx.
You know full well there's a word for that.
I can't believe it. I can't believe there is.
There is.
No.
Unfortunately, it slipped my mind. So hopefully I'll just shout it out later on if I remember.
Right.
Without context. Next page.
We're not going to look more at the Boys from the Loch.
Well, you can look as much as you like if you like. Do you like to look at boys?
No, let's move on.
Good. I don't know who the Brine Island Five are.
Nope.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, there only seems to be two of them, which is, fair enough. I would suggest maybe Ben Folds ripped them off.
Yeah.
They seem to be a Scottish comedy act. One
One of them's got a telephone and the other one has a pot plant. What do you think? What zany antics do you think they could be getting up to with a telephone and a pot plant?
I mean, as you know, I have no imagination consequences or abilities. So I would assume that they are doing exactly what it says in there. Let me find Jem Paker seems to be one of them, which sounds very much like my name, which is upsetting. I found a picture and there are 5 of them, although one of them appears to be dressed as a squirrel.
Fine.
Jem Paker, Gordon Dempster, Sarah Jones, Ewan Kilgore and Richard Wiseman. Not that one off telly thing, surely. But yes, that's who the Brine Island 5 are. So bad luck to the 3 that didn't get.
Richard Wiseman, you say?
Richard Wiseman.
It could be the same one. He's from Scotland. Well, he's not from Scotland. He was educated in Scotland.
Well, they were students or graduates of Edinburgh University.
Well, he was educated at the University of Edinburgh, so it must be the same Richard Wiseman.
And you know where I was educated, don't you?
At the University of Hard Shits.
Hard toffee is the correct answer. Hard pit. No, I nearly said Cox. Then it'd been inappropriate. It would have been appropriate a couple of minutes ago, but
oh, there they are.
No, there you go. There you go. So the Brine
they do
Island
look zany,
5,
don't they?
They do look zany. Over the page, a little bit about the Cambridge Footlights.
Oh, God.
So I recently listened to an audiobook, which was the history of the Cambridge Footlights.
Yeah.
And it was narrated by that famous Cambridge Footlights alumni.
Yes.
Mike Reed.
Was it?
I don't know why. It's fine. It's a reasonable book, but I couldn't get over it being him. But Absurd Persons Plural was that year's show.
Yeah.
And they do talk quite a lot about being sponsored by Halston Pills in the book and how basically there was just constant Halston Pills everywhere. Absurd Persons Plural. Cast: Nick Ball,
Yeah.
Sarah Gold, James Hickish, Ben Miller, Henry Naylor, Andy Parsons.
Oh, it was casting his satirical eye.
Sue Perkins.
I've heard of her.
And Nicola Walker.
From Spooks.
From Spooks and TV's Chalk.
Oh, yeah.
Written by the cast, Simon Block, Graham Duxbury, Mark Evans, presumably Bachman and Evans, Jonathan Pritchard, and David Savage, directed by John Dryden. So there's 2 double acts in there, and 2 people who have yet to find their double act partner. Do you know the other ones are?
The other double act. What's the second double act? Parsons and Naylor, I know. Yeah, Parsons and Naylor, I know.
Yeah.
Who's the other double act then?
Hickish and Ball.
Oh, okay.
Replaced Trevor and Simon for one disastrous series on Going Live just after this.
I do know who they are then. I do know who they are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
and it's no fault of theirs, to be honest with you. They just weren't Trevor and Simon.
No, very few are.
Which was and the year after, Murray Gold was one of the writers, which I assume is that one. What does the music, and then you get into a lot of names that you recognise from writing things, but not necessarily acting for a while. But yeah, there you go. There's that was the Cambridge Footlights for that year. So let's move on. As I say, we've already seen Coogan and Skinner on the previous page, but just the idea that you could see both of them for £4 is quite impressive. Because again, this is Skinner would win the Perrier 91, and Coogan would win it in 92, with John Thompson. But
the multi-talented Steve from Paramount City and Spitting Image, and Razor Sharp Frank from First Exposure and The Happening. Although it says here that Frank Skinner's television career began with his controversial debut on LWT's First Exposure in 1988. His stand-up routine was remarkably edgy for the time, prompting 131 viewer complaints to the broadcaster.
Crikey. Yeah. I assume it was about bum sex, because that's what most of his early material seems to be about.
Yeah.
But suburban satire.
I wonder what it was.
I imagine they were like, hey, that old Ninja Turtles film, it's good actually. I don't want to. I was going to do a comedy insult of it. It was a good film. I don't want to insult it. So
that would be topical, though, wouldn't it, for the era?
It would be topical. So over the page, there's a couple of names you might recognise.
Victoria Coren. Alex Langdon. How do I know that name?
Alex Langdon was the teenage health freak in the Channel 4 sitcom.
Oh, Christ. Yes.
But there is, if you've ever seen some stand-up of Vicky Coren aged very, very young from the BBC Two sort of youth programme 100%, Alex Langdon's on with her as well. And
is he?
I think maybe one of the other two as well.
I've seen her on. She was on Wogan, didn't she, around the late 80s or something? I've seen that.
I'm guessing they're all teens.
Yeah. Precocious, I think, is the word I'm looking for when it comes to young Victoria Coren.
Oh, yeah, very much so. And that's why they're on before 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So they get home, get to bed. And then you've got Mike Haley, who is in lots of stuff. You'd recognise him from lots of stuff.
It is Dune McKicken, isn't it?
It is Dune McKeon, yeah, absolutely, yeah. She'd been part of a double act called Rabbit and Dune, so she's probably just better known as Dune at that point.
Oh, right,
It is that thing, the day-to-day changed so many people's career paths, I would say. Coogan, Front, all of these people who were doing other things in light entertainment. That's why it works, because you've got people who can do broader stuff. It's not.
You don't just get comedians in to perform as a revolving cast of characters. You get decent actors who can be funny as well.
Yeah, and it makes all the difference. It really does. Would you name an R&B band Lawnmower?
Nope.
Is it because it sounds a bit like Lawnmower Death, which
I suppose it does a bit, I suppose. Yeah, but Lawnmower, I mean, it's very much a sort of a name. We need a name. What can we see? It's very much that, isn't it?
Lawnmower feels like one of those groups that would have been on Jazz Club in the Fast Show sketches.
You'd make it a pun, wouldn't you? You wouldn't call it Lawnmower. You'd call it Porn Mower or something.
It'd be like, maybe it's called Ian Lawnmower. I didn't want to say Ian. I was trying to think of any other name but Ian. But the Ken Lawnmower 5 would be a good name.
That would be a great name. That's the sort of name that you'd see on the indie chart and the chart show in about 1986.
Yes. yeah. And you'd always wonder but never find out.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about the explosive blind man and his singing dog, but it sounds
horrible.
Well, it sounds. I see it was sort of Simon Thorpe from Viz. So, moving on, some very well-known names here now.
Now this is very, very turn of the decade, isn't it?
Yes. Well,
Kit Hollaback. She was married to Jeremy Hardy, wasn't she?
she was indeed, yeah. Yeah, American.
Because I really fancied her, and the fact that somebody like that would go for a winsome, geeky man who, like Jeremy, it was very inspiring to me as a young man.
Yes, and also she brought Hollaback. Hey.
Good.
But Julian Clary, the Wandering Star UK tour. Do you know why it's called that?
No.
Because he brought out a cover version of Wandering Star.
Did he?
Yeah. As his follow-up to Leader of the Pack, which I genuinely love his cover of Leader of the Pack, which is, you know...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like, you know...
Let's have a look.
And that's all the people from Sticky Moments on there with him. And I love Julian Clary.
It's Younger and Parker there. That's a sort of a jazz act, isn't it, or something? But they arranged and produced his Wandering Star, apparently. Barb Younger and Michael Parker. I'm just looking at the info for this. Released on Wonder Dog Records, I assume his own label.
Well, yeah, after Fanny the Wonder Dog.
Russell Cherney was played on the record. Yes.
Checks out. Checks out.
Do we know where this got to in the charts?
I think the position was didn't. but it is exactly how you imagined it.
Well, excellent. I don't want to listen to it, but we'll stick a bit in now.
I was born under a wandering star. I was born under a wandering star.
It's good. It's good. As she says, it's not as good as Leader of the Pack, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Hattie Hearage, yeah. Great.
Was she known for anything at this point?
Oh, yeah, no, she was on Red Dwarf by this point.
Was she on oh, right, okay. I thought it was later than that.
She started in Series 3, which is 89.
Ah, right, okay.
She'd been on stuff like either Saturday Live or Friday Night Live. She'd been on them.
Yeah.
Good act. And Jack D, of course, it's like, I don't think anyone had been more sort of like, this person is obviously going to be massive. But I don't think I ever realised how massive they would be. To the point where they got an ITV variety show at one point in the mid-90s, which did not work at all. You know, they did do that. And obviously, Jack and Jeremy together for Jack and Jeremy's Real Lives on Channel 4, which is a programme that they moved from 10:30 to 1 a.m. halfway through the run to give the other programmes a chance.
Thanks. Oh, you're a great audience. You really are. Because, you know, you can never tell. Sometimes I can walk out here, I feel like one of those magic eye posters. Do you know what I mean? I do. The whole audience goes...
And Arnold Brown, of course,
from Hello Mum.
From Hello Mum, yeah, absolutely.
With Clive Mantle and Nick Wilton.
And Helen Ledred. Let's not...
and Helen Ledred. And Helen Ledred.
His main joke was, I'm Scottish and Jewish. That's two stereotypes for the price of one. He's in the Young Ones and stuff, so people know him. People definitely know him, and he's still with us at the time of recording, 90 years old, and he seemed ancient then.
Well, I don't want to say this now because if he was ancient then, but in that picture he looks a tiny little bit like Tim Worthington.
Yeah, I can see that, and a bit like the Penguin. Moving on swiftly. Gilded Balloon. So a couple of acts here that obviously will go on to be bigger. Although Mark Hurst had already been nationally famous at this point.
He was Mark My Words, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
And I remember that, but I don't remember his acts in any way.
Well, it just kind of like sarky poems, really. And obviously, he was on the Tube of the Channel 4 music show at the time. Right, as one of the main hosts. So that's why people know him.
Just say, what do you want, coffee or tea? I've got both. Whatever you're having. Just chuffing say, what do you want, coffee or tea? I've got a choice.
Mark Steele appears to have a dodgy tash there.
Yeah.
Stu Hugh I never saw, but I always remember seeing the name listed in various things, and a very young Jo Brand there, but just after she'd stopped calling herself the Sea Monster, presumably. And also Patrick Marber.
With his Cornish face.
With curmudgeonly Cornish face. Oh, what might have been. other names on there underneath.
Well,
like,
there's fun stuff going down. I'd like to see Sweeney and Steen in an improvised thriller. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, we've talked about them briefly, haven't we?
Yeah.
As part of CBTV.
That's the fellows.
Yeah, they were in that, and then, but I didn't know that, so they were just the people who did improv comedy for years, and one of them still does quite regularly, I believe. You got Sean Hughes, you got Kevin Dane, John Maloney, who just seemed like very much the names that were on everything on panel shows in the early 90s.
I'm trying to visualise, and I can only see one man. I think they're the same man, aren't they, Kevin Day and John Maloney?
Well, funnily enough, I was in Manchester a few years ago, and the hotel I always liked staying in, the Northern Quarter, is just next to the Frog and Bucket Comedy Club. And
yes.
John Maloney had clearly been playing there, and he was in the bar as we were. And at some point I wanted to go over and say, "He's John Maloney," but I didn't have anything else to say, just I remember you from the past. I remember you being on That Show Business with Mike Reed. I'd also like to point out we've got Chris Lynham, comedy with pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
Do you know what that act is?
Oh yeah, no, I've seen him do that act. I think it was on the Secret.
Not live?
Yeah. I think he turned up at the Secret Cabaret and did his comedy with pyrotechnics. So yeah.
Do you want to explain what his big finale is?
He sticks a fire up his arse and lights it.
He does.
To the music of There's No Business Like Show Business. There's no like show business, like no business.
And he's done that since the early 80s. And still does it.
Does he still do it?
I'm fairly sure you can still see Chris Lynham somewhere. And if not, he'll do it for now. But no, he still seems to be going. Apparently he was on Russia's Got Talent.
No.
Was it Russia? I can't. I've just seen a picture of him, and he's in front of something which has got the talent, but it's got like a. Apparently,
yes,
he was on. See if we can work out what this is translation of. La France a un incroyable talent.
Wow. I don't know. I don't know what that could be.
France has got incredible talent. So they've got to go one better than us, haven't they? We've got talent, they've got incredible talent.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was part of the Greatest Show on Legs, which was famously did that balloon dance. Naked balloon dance routine, which Malcolm Hardy was in as well. Apparently still going, but they just swap out the people occasionally. In fact, if you look at the people who used to be in this Great Show, like I've just looked, I've got a Wikipedia page. It includes Chris Lynham, Holly Byrne, Arthur Smith, Simon Munry, Steve Bowditch, who is Finsbury Park.
Oh, yeah.
Adam Bloom, Terry Alderton, and Keith Chegwin. So I'm guessing he did it once and they've added him to the official lineup there. But some interesting names. And also Greg Fleet, who I know very well as a Australian comedian who is very, very tall and did a very, very lot amount of heroin.
Right.
And he's still going.
Excellent.
But he's a great comic.
Good for him.
So we'll move on. The Maestro returns.
God, I'd forgot. I mean, when did he start doing this big band extravaganza? Must have been.
He does that Come Dancing thing for Channel 4 New Year in '86, and he's sort of doing it there.
According to this, he formed the big band in 1987, and he started 1987 by being sacked by the Tube, didn't he?
Well,
if he hadn't said ungroovy fuckers on that trailer and been sacked by the Tube, the big band may never have been formed.
You know what? Very true indeed. And he's backed by Gilson Lavis, who was the drummer in Squeeze, and for most of the life, up to 92, I think, up to Play, and it died last year, which was very sad. Keith Wilkinson was with him, I think, after reforming. I think John Bentley was the original bassist in there, and then went back. But yeah, so he's basically some of Squeeze. Would you wanted to see that?
No.
Would you have been hooting for more?
No.
Are you surprised the word boogie woogie is on there?
Nope.
Just checking. It's a shame it wasn't Mark Lanigan on guitar. Could have done some of the Screaming Trees early stuff. That would have been good. I wonder if the surprise guests were the rest of Squeeze. We'll never know.
It'll be bloody Beverly Knight, won't it? Oh, no, not in that day. Well, it might
No,
be in
maybe.
that time.
It might have been. Yeah. But if you know, let us know in the comments. So over the page, you've got a bit of acting, bit of drama, because it's not just comedy, it's drama as well. And so that's represented by these pictures that are apparently from the Victorian era. I don't know if you want to see any of these. All right, you have to see one of them. I'm deciding.
I have to see one of them. Right.
Yeah.
Probably Pal Joey then.
No, the correct answer, of course, is ample car parking. That's the that's the show you should be seeing at the George Square Theatre.
October's Children, set in the turmoil of the 1917 Russian Revolution, sounds boring.
Yeah.
Captain Stewart, it says robust, sinister and moving, so that doesn't sound very good either. But at least Pal Joey, music and lyrics by Rodgers and Hart, one of the truly great cabaret musicals, that sounds like I could be entertained.
Yeah,
by it.
and it's got this song in it, Bewitched, Bothered and Bewildered, as we all remember goes, Bewitched, Bothered and Bewildered, da 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 da. Hoi, I don't know how it goes. Imagine you thought for a second I was going to sing it then, but I'm not.
My accountants are called Bewitched, Bothered and Bewildered.
Good. Hashtag. Good. Over the page, a little bit here to promote Up Your Festival, which was a show put on by BSB, which proves it was 1990 because BSB only existed in that year. Because I remember feeling, BSB looks exciting. It's lots of high quality product, and I've looked since, and it wasn't. It had some good stuff on it, but
it had that exotic feel about it. Like you're watching something unseeable that nobody else gets to look at, and then half an hour later you realise it's just not that entertaining.
There is definitely some footage on YouTube. I think Ian Greaves and a few people have been doing the best to get as much BSB footage, certainly from the Noel Gay television archives.
Gay.
Noel. Words. But yeah, this is an interesting time, shall we say, but also the very best of festival fun.
From a tip-top satire team. Now, that does sound exciting, doesn't it? Because we do love a bit of satire, especially when it's tip-top.
I'd say there's some on YouTube, and I'm fairly sure, I'm feeling, is Chris Emmett in there? I think he might be.
Oh, yeah, Dave Cohen, Mark Trevorrow, there we go.
Bob Down.
That name again. Chris Emmett, Caroline Gruber. Yeah. Up Your Festival was a live daily comedy variety show, blah, blah, blah. Mark Little, Craig Ferguson, Norman Lovett.
Yeah. It was a spin-off of Up Your News, which was their attempt at doing a sort of nightly satirical comedy thing, which is where Armando Iannucci and Chris Morris first got some TV work.
Yeah. So,
and just over the way, there's Earl Oakin. Do you know that name?
Nope.
I know them because in the early 2000s, they did some interstitials for MTV2, and they were singing modern songs, but an older man singing them. Teenage dirtbag and stuff like that.
I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby.
Right. So I didn't know they were apparently, they've been going for a long old while, and the sex symbol of the 90s. The irony is it doesn't look like one.
Earl Oakin, born 31st January 1947, English singer-songwriter, musician and comedian. Toured with Paul McCartney in 1979. Some of his songs were covered by Cilla Black, Georgie Fame and Helen Shapiro.
A terrifying thought.
He appeared on Parkinson in 1981 and was invited by Nigel Planer to perform at the comic strip. And I've never heard of him. He's on the comedy carpet, between Vic Oliver and Bill Oddie, so...
Well, there you go.
That's brilliant.
Now, before you turn the page...
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Have you already done it?
No.
All right, no. Before you turn the page, we are about to find out who the winner of the Perrier in 1990 was. I could tell you that they beat Dilly Keane with Single Again, Pete McCarthy's Hangover Show, and Jimmy Tingle, who it'll shock you to learn is American. It was the American correspondent on David Frost's show, The Strategic Humour Initiative.
Good Lord.
He's in the Boondock Saints, and he's a member of the Democratic Party and run for the office of Lieutenant Governor of Massachusetts in 2018. He was not successful. So there you go. Just a few things there. So let's look over. And before you do you have any idea who it might have been?
I can't remember. I'll go, oh, it was him when I see it. But
let's do it.
Oh, it was him.
It was Sean Hughes.
Unbelievable.
And that is filmed, that show, and it's very, very good. It's basically the format of what would become Sean's show in the flat.
I love that. I mean, a sucker for sort of meta comedy, me anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sean's show was right up my street back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, it's a fantastic series. And again, it was very catchphrase heavy in a clever way. You knew the catchphrases were coming, but he didn't just come out and say, oh, it's stuff about Elton Wells being that towel silhouette and hello, goodbye.
Sean's show on Wikipedia and Series 2, Episode 1, special guests Pulp and B. Arthur. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, in the same scene. No less. It's at Barry's pub.
Yeah.
Which has become a wine bar, and Pulp are playing in the corner, and Sean pretends that he's going out with B. Arthur, and the real B. Arthur turns on and walks, and it's just baffling, but wonderful. And the less said about Lord Arthur Savile's crime, the better. So, moving on, a bit more BSB. It's just reminding you that BSB was a thing. But it's 5 channels, which again, when you say Sky, they've got like 20. They're like, most of them are rubbish, but by this point, we had Sky, as a story I've told many a time, with a hooky dish and a hooky box. For cheap, we've got Sky, and so we could see programmes like Alf.
Yeah.
The glorious Alf, which BSB didn't have, and that's why it collapsed and it became British Sky Broadcasting for quite a while, actually. I think that name stuck for 20-odd years. The squarial, I think, is the thing most people would remember about BSB now, isn't it?
Yeah.
The square aerial, if you needed me to explain what. Don't think you did. What do you think you get if you ring 0800 800 200 now? I mean, I'm not saying you should ring it.
I don't know.
But I am a bit.
We'll find out later.
Oh, wait.
You're going to ring it?
No, I'm doing it.
You're doing it?
No, I'm Googling it. 800 200. Yeah?
I can't find my phone.
The top thing is literally 35 years ago on BSB. Fun. So it might not be used anymore. I bet you would have loved what's on the next page.
Okay.
Back in 1990. It's quite a lineup.
Yeah. Jerry Dammers and Adamski together at last.
I mean, you think of one, you think of the other.
Yeah, it's everything there was the sort of thing I was buying in 1990. But I like the advert as well, that hand-drawn thing. It looks great, doesn't it?
But that kind of where it's live dance music, PAs, DJs, etc. That sort of handwritten font was in Viz all the time in all the back page adverts and stuff. Kind of a little bit punky.
Yeah.
But, it's a good look at. I'm really like that. And again, it's imagine buying a ticket for £3 and seeing who is there.
Holy Moses.
You might get Orbital. You might get Mr. Monday. I suspect if you went on a Monday, in fact, I'd feel a little bit put out if it was on any other day.
Let's look up Holy Moses or Mr. Monday. Let's look up Mr. Monday, see if we can find anything about him.
It'd just be a big picture of Garfield.
Okay, Mr. Monday. Simon Mundy. He was there from the beginnings of Acid House, meeting people like Mixmaster Morris and Tony Thorpe, 86 bucks for a sampler, blah, blah, blah. Credits. He'd done 8 remixes. If, Soft Ballet, EMF. Nothing too... He's not really exploded into anything.
More or less than Holy Moses, though. Which I imagine would be quite hard to Google, Holy Moses, because there was one in the past, I seem to recall. Quite a famous one. But
yeah, I'm on Discogs, I'm getting a lot of rock here. Yeah.
There you go. DJs from the Brain, the Hacienda, and the Fridge Brixton, the country's wickedest dance clubs. Oh, wicked. And I don't know if I would like to be told a club is hot and sticky. That two of my least favourite things, being hot and sticky and being up past my bedtime.
I don't like any of that.
No. Can it be on earlier? That'd be good. I'd enjoy that.
Can we get in for Family Guy on ITV too?
That's a dream, isn't it? That's a dream. Not much left now. Where we're nearly there. Just a little thing is the actual Jim Tavaret acting, but also
is Stewart Lee related to Stewart Lee?
It's impressive that he was so well regarded back then that they spelt his name wrong. But yes, it will be that. Unless there was 2 Stewart Lees that won the City Limits New Act of the Year 1990. It is that one, indeed. And so, the final page that we've got, I put in just because it's got a picture of a car. You like cars, don't you?
I like cars. I've got a Volvo myself, so I do like Volvos.
Are you a Lindividualist?
I've always classified myself, yeah.
A Volvo-nist. Got there,
Well,
got there.
good.
So, we
that's
started
it.
with
That's it,
tyres.
isn't it?
We've ended with tyres. And in the middle...
We got tired.
And hopefully you enjoyed this look back at the Fringe in 1990 as part of the new House of Splain for
Hooray!
New for 1990, bold claims and looks. And until we meet again, I have been Zany Ben Baker.
And I've been Xylophone John Matthews.
Good. Goodbye, everybody.
Cheerio. Toodaloo.